Okay, let's see. So I just found out the video that I thought I had isn't doesn't seem to be there. So here's the looking at this setting up this normal approximation. So we create a new sheet in our spreadsheet. I did that. I simply went down. Now I've got, if you look down here, I've got a ton of things. This is an old spreadsheet, but I just hit the plus. Typically, you've got that on a spreadsheet, and it opened up this new spreadsheet. Okay, and I want it says the mean and standard error, so I'm going to put that in, and so mean, whoops, mean standard error. Okay, and now that's a little too long, so I'll go like that. My spreadsheet's actually kind of big. I might make it just a hair smaller. Okay, and then what we want to do is we're coming up with that mean, and that was 33 times our 0.59 hypothesized value. And then we need our standard error, which is the square root of our n times p times 1 minus p. So that's what that is. So I can put that in, equals 33 times 0.59 and equals the square root of 33 times 0.59 times, whoops, times 0.41. Close that off, and hopefully that's what was showing here. And didn't show it. Okay, and then I go down a few, and right off the top of my head, I don't remember why I spaced down a little bit, but we want the center of bins, the left side and the right side, because we're making, what was that, 4? Yeah, 4. We're making intervals to get our centered at our numbers. So center of bin, left side, right side. Okay, and now some of you have been asking, you can't seem to hit this and add those numbers. All you have to do, if I put a 1, now it knows the pattern. I highlight both and I drag that down, and I think we're dragging down to 33. Where's 33? There we go. Dragging down to 33, and the left side starts at minus 0.5, and the right side starts at, oh, and did I do that as a formula? I might have done that. Yeah, so I subtracted a half and added a half to the center. Okay, so that's what that formula is. So I actually did that as a formula. So equals, and I click. I don't usually type cell addresses. 0.5. Oops. Enter. Fat fingers today or something. Equals, and A5 plus 0.5. And then here, I can drag this down. I can actually, so if I drag it down, it fills in with the right formulas. But also, if I double click on it, on that little box at the right, it does all that. Now, as I look at this, it's a little hard to read when they're not centered, so I'll just go up here and center it. Okay, so there I have my left side and my right side. So that's all I'm doing with that, and on the left side and the right side. And Now I need to get the probability of a normal distribution being between those two spots inside that interval from minus 0.5 to 5 here, 0.5. So I need to get that, and I do that with the normDist command, and there's the number, and that will be our negative 0.5. Well, actually, it'll be the 0.5 in this first one, and then negative 0.5 we're using here for the B5, and then the mean and the standard deviation, and then 1 is needed for the cumulative. So I go put that in, and so I have equals the normal distribution, and again I need that number. Then I need my mean, but I want to put dollar signs on that. So there's a dollar sign in front of the E, dollar sign in front of the 1, comma. Then I need my standard deviation, but I also need dollar signs on that. So dollar sign on the 2, dollar sign on the E, comma 1, and then minus, and pretty much that same thing. So I'm just going to highlight that, do a Control C, click back here again, do Control V. Oops, I lost my minus sign. Oh, the minus is I put it at the end, so I'll have to fix that. But there's a minus, and now instead of B5, sorry, C5, I want B5, and I need to get rid of that minus sign, and I hit enter, and I think this said up here normal distribution. Okay, and that was a little too long, so I'll just make that a little wider. And then the normal approximation for what we're doing. And in order to put that in there, the thing is, these are all very small numbers, but we ran this thing 1,000 times, so I need to take, so I'll say equals for a formula, and I need to take 1,000 times that number, because these numbers will all add up to 1. They need to add up to 1,000. So again, I could just drag this down, or I can double click, and there I get my normal approximation. And so there's the normal distribution, there's the normal approximation, and then what I do is I go here, and since I'm just on a new sheet, I can, under the simulation, I can go copy my frequencies. Now, good question as to whether I know where those frequencies are. And let's see, so this says normal AAB. That's what I just did for you all. Simulation. So this is the result. So there's a simulation. That's other stuff. So see, these are my working files. So here is the simulation. You will have it on your sheet in the right place from the earlier part of this. But all you have to do is, let's see, I have to go back here to the sheet. So I'll say equals, and then I'll click on that cell, and that's the one I want. I just hit enter, and it sends me back here. And then if I just again drag down or double click, there it gives me all of those, and I can compare. So for instance, my simulation had 127. The normal approximation is about 123. 134 here. That one is about 139. 138 and 147. So this was definitely much higher there. But they're reasonably close. And so I will end this video here. I don't know how well. Let me go back and look here. So that gets us to that part. Yeah. So that gets us to here, and so hopefully I have the correct video now, or at least one that's close and more helpful than what was there.